Phone hacks.
Well, you might need to sub in for me tomorrow at the Jar if you're free, because my back is fucked.
Yeah, do you want to have a hit tomorrow?
Yeah, what time?
I don't know. Whenever. I could book it if you want the membership thing. But we should keep all this in the episode. This is the preamble. People love fucking
Preamble.
administrative pickleball talk, right?
I mean, this is good podcasting.
Good podcasting, dude. Yeah, man. Oh, well, what else are we going to talk about? Mike's married now. Jesus
I'm married.
Christ.
I did it. I'm not gay. I married a woman.
Yeah.
I mean, Elton John was married as well, brother.
Was he?
Yeah.
He had a beard?
The bride.
What's that?
He had a beard for a while?
Yeah.
Was he still closeted, or was he like, I'm bi?
No, I think he was. I think he's still called.
He was always the gayest dude ever. How do you
Yeah.
wear those outfits and be like, no, I'm straight?
I don't know, man. I think when you're that famous and that like rock star, you can just root whatever you want.
Yeah.
I think they must get sick of girls.
Rocket Man was about a guy fucking him in the ass.
Is it really?
Yeah, you listen to the lyrics.
Yeah.
Oh, I just made that up.
Don't say that like it's like it would be weird. It's like it. That's 100% could be something. Surely. I'm
And I know it's
number one.
gonna be a long, long time before he fucks me in the ass again. No,
I can't
no.
believe I missed it.
I'm a rocket.
I've heard it that many times.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. Yeah, we're riding high. We like it was the best time ever. I was telling Mike that we went and watched State of Origin the other night.
Yeah.
And you and I Masters were there, and Lloyd goes, "How was Hawaii?" And then we all just turn around. We go, "Dude, it was so
It was
good."
the best, like, yeah.
It's just the hair, like he's like, just like, yeah.
That's the thing. Like, everyone had the best time ever, but I feel like people who weren't there, when they ask me about it, I don't know how to, like, people. You just go, it was the best, everything went great. Like, everyone had the greatest time. But it's just like, people want to hear conflict. They want to hear, some shit happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, for
yeah.
a story to be compelling,
Yeah.
it can't be like, it was the best week of my life.
Everything was perfect. Every single day.
Yeah.
We did cool shit.
Yeah.
Fun shit.
The only kind of glitch, which we go way more in depth on the Hawaii trip and the wedding on the Patreon episode, so get across to that.
Yeah.
But the only big glitch on the day was like the buses to get people to the wedding venue went to the wrong hotel.
Yeah, it did.
yes.
Yeah.
And I just knew my dad's side of the family, there would be all these old Jews that are like, illegal, I'm schwitzing out here. Like, I gotta wait for the bus. Illegal.
I met your dad. That's a real good.
That's what he
Mr.
sounds
Goldstein.
like.
Dude, it was so funny. I was telling you about when you had the pre-wedding party,
Yeah.
and like the day before, and we get to the hotel, and we're at the elevator, and there's all these Jews arguing, like, "Are you sure this is the place?" Yeah, this is the place. It's like, well, why are we standing here? Which floor do we go to? He goes, I don't know. They just told me to come to this hotel, and they're all arguing. It's like an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
And then we get in the elevator, and then they go, "Are you Michael's friend?"
Yeah.
It was so good.
But
dude.
even, dude, this is how good Hawaii is. Even the Jews didn't complain that much. You know? They were
Yeah.
having a good time.
It was fucking fantastic.
It must have been
was-
pretty good, man, because I was in the hotel one morning, and then I saw a guy that looked like Mike and a girl that looked like Shannon holding hands on the way to breakfast. And I was
Yeah.
like, that couldn't be.
That's weird.
That looks like Mike. And it was you.
It
I was
was
like,
Mike.
wow, holding hands in public. Mike must be in a real good mood.
Yeah.
Well,
The
you know,
machine has feelings.
the machine has feelings. It's true. I learned how to emote.
You did. You were in a lovely little.
Of course, man. Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
There was stress
You're
because
so
it is
happy.
worlds colliding. You know, it is, Capper talking to my Aunt Wendy, and I'm like, what the fuck? But it's like, you are seeing your oldest friends and your newest friends, like just hang out and have a fucking great
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
yeah.
And the fact that, more Shannon than me in the planning, and, we had 6 years to plan, could facilitate an amazing trip for everyone was
Dude,
killer.
It is hard to sort of, like you said, like everyone wants to hear conflict. And,
Yeah.
this is fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's like every day was just perfect.
Yeah.
Every day was like, fuck, we're doing 6. All right, we're going surfing.
Yeah.
We're doing this. We're going to this party. We're going to this bar.
Oh, there's never a dull moment.
Yeah.
And the fact you could see people starting to, as it, the week went on, starting to dread the return to normal life.
Yeah.
That's how like, you're just like, people are just blissed out and just fucking loving
Yeah,
it.
it was sick. There was really like obviously there was a little agenda for the wedding,
Yeah.
and like the pre-wedding party, but everyone was just like doing their own thing, like
Yeah.
floating in and out. That's what made it real cool. There
Yeah.
wasn't like, all right, we got to be here now.
Yeah.
Everyone was just doing their own thing.
No, yeah, it was like
Catching up.
Yeah, it was like come to this, and even that was loose. It's like show up whenever, you
Yeah.
know. And the wedding was, people had to get on the bus to get out to the venue, but it was the highlight for me quickly, like I'll say, more on the Patreon, was at the wedding. We got on the mic with the DJ, who's another story altogether.
Dude, we got to say,
And Shannon and I were handing the mic back and forth, roasting people on the dance floor. And I was like, if I could do this every night of my life, just fucking roast my friends
was the best.
who were trying to dance.
Yeah.
Like, amazing. Dude.
Yeah. We'll say that. We'll do that at the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We'll do
Hell
the
yeah.
dance
Yeah,
floor.
yeah, yeah, you get the
The
dance
Mike
floor.
Olsey dance floor
Yeah,
roast.
yeah.
That's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the DJ, not only did he look like Martin Bryant, but then he was saying he was saying the wildest shit the whole time.
I was trying to think what he looked like. That's fucking so spot on.
DJ Roman Campbell was the
Roman Candles.
was
Roman
the-
Candle.
was the highlight of the wedding. It was the most
Are
incredible.
we
thing.
saving him for the Patreon? 'Cause he
Yeah,
was
yeah. Well,
fucking
we'll go
funny.
more in depth on DJ Roman Candles, which Shannon didn't realize was a pun name. Like it's a firework.
No Australian did.
Yeah.
Because we don't have
You
fireworks.
don't have Roman
'cause we're a
candles.
fucking nanny state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was on the mic at one point, I called him DJ Bottle Rocket, and then I saw him wince, and then I also called him DJ Roman Numerals, and he was like, "What?"
Roman numerals. Man, it was so funny because they were telling me, Shannon's sisters were telling me that she talked to him on the phone like heaps of times. And she met him. She thought he was black.
Really?
Did he talk black?
And he's just this white Martin Bryant guy.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
the
yeah.
most Californian sounding dude.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was.
That's so funny.
Maybe
That rules.
Shannon just thinks all DJs are black.
Black,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
kind of racist.
Yeah,
totally.
she is
Yeah.
racist.
Divorce.
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's so.
Yeah,
Some
so it
of
was the
it-
best. So we only got back from the honeymoon a few days ago, so I'm just feeling like fat and that post-holiday depression thing has kicked in.
Dude, you did. I mean, after my friends left on we had like a luncheon after the wedding. After my wedding, I uncontrollably cried for an hour.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's never going to happen again.
Yeah.
Like,
having
my wife
everyone
saw me at
together.
my most manliest,
Yeah.
fittest, like fucking talking, and then she saw me crying in my bed, going, "I'll never get to do that again." But your wedding kind of relived it a bit.
Yeah.
I was telling you the
Yeah.
other day, like when I had the Bucks and the wedding, I was just like, "Can we do this every year?"
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
kind of got to, because yours was just over a year later.
True.
So we got to
Yeah.
kind of do it again.
Yeah, and we did
Yeah.
the Bucks again, and then obviously the wedding. I mean, so Nighty, next year you got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Got to do
We
well.
got to get
big
we gotta-
wedding.
Organise your bucks again.
No, you got a big wedding, dude.
We should
Dude,
have a
I'm not
Bucks
fucking
reunion.
following you. Following that wedding, me and Andy were talking about
Yeah.
it. We were like, we can't be the next one to get married. Like, you
Yeah.
know, it's like following someone that's just crushed on stage. You got to go and fucking follow that.
First thing I said to Mike, I was like, "Congratulations, brother. It was no Thornbury Bowls Club, but you."
I know. I wish there was some like locals at the wedding venue that were like fucking screaming.
Yeah.
about
I wish they had the
some sporting
Matildas
match.
playing in the background.
Yeah, man. This is funny. Like the day of the wedding, Nighty and Brett and I were like, "Oh, let's go to Pearl Harbor,
Yeah.
and check it out."
Yeah,
we went to
yeah,
Pearl
yeah.
Harbor, and I honestly didn't think it was going to get that emotional. But that, like Americans, they got like so much more passion than Australians. They're all talking about like like just how brutal it was. There's like we walk into this seminar and there's this bloke talking about it.
Yeah.
And he is taking it so seriously.
Yeah.
Like in Australia, it'd be like, "Yeah, this happened," and then
Oh, yeah.
this guy's like, "These people died." All of them.
And he does this spiel like what,
Yeah.
5 times a day?
Dude, it
every
was just
day?
like, I was like, oh, what have I walked into? Like,
Yeah.
I felt like I was being like
Yeah. You
roasted.
could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
And then some fat lady on one of those motorized scooters, her phone just went.
The Ghostbusters theme? Yeah.
So bad. I've never seen a crowd of people just be like, want to kill a lady in
Yeah,
a wheelchair.
yeah.
It was anyway. And if that wasn't bad enough, we float across to the memorial, and there's this old guy in like a fucking naval hat, and he's standing in front of like a list of everybody that's died in Pearl Harbor, and he tells the most beautiful story ever
Yeah.
of. There's this guy who died, and his family wanted his remains put back on the ship.
Yeah.
And he's like, and the diver carried the ashes over to the ship. Then, as everybody watched, slowly lowered down. And then we just hear this fucking drill go, like someone was doing some fucking maintenance.
Oh, God.
Because it was a floating memorial. So there was 2 little Mexican dudes in a kayak underneath the fucking memorial.
Really?
And he's like, yeah, doing that thing. We put the
Fuck.
ashes down, and then just these.
Was the guy given the spiel? Was he a vet? Was
Yeah.
He was a vet.
Oh God! So his PTSD would have kicked in. He thinks there's a fucking kamikaze.
They're back. They're back. Get down.
Jesus.
And man, it
Christ.
was like because all 3 of us were comedians. We were just like, I went and patted him on the back. I was like, tough gig, bro. Like, that was fucking. I was like, oh man, just being heckled by a fucking drill.
It is funny
God.
hearing someone give a speech and not getting any laughs. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, he's fucking bombing.
We went on
Yeah.
the submarine. We're like looking around, and then I just whispered to Nighty and Brett. I was like, "Which one is the bumming room?"
Oh, nice.
And then there's this old guy behind us with this fucking SLR camera. He just heard the whole thing.
That's so
it's
funny.
brutal.
Man,
Yeah.
being in that submarine, though, fucking scary as shit.
So scary.
Like, they're sleeping on top of torpedoes.
Yeah.
Like, it was... Like, because you walk through one of the submarines, and it was wild, all the shit they did.
Right.
And I didn't realize the Japanese had, like, this kamikaze sub as well. Like, a one-man
Yeah.
submarine. I forget what they were called.
Caton.
God, your memory's insane, dude.
Oh, Caton.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then just, one dude in there, and his job was just to line up a ship. Just
Right.
hectic.
Fucking
dude.
hell.
Yeah, it was killer. But it was insane week. We went to Fiji afterwards, and it was so funny because we like drank 4 days consecutively.
Yeah.
Then we went to Fiji, and we paid all this money for a drinks package.
All inclusive.
All inclusive drinks.
Yeah.
And Caitlin and I are just sitting there at dinner.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to put down one sip of a cocktail.
Oh,
And I'm like,
man.
I think we fucked this. I think we got alcohol poisoning, and we can't use any of this drinks.
Man,
package.
I was the same. The start of the honeymoon, because we skipped across to another island like 2 days after the wedding, and we were like, we need to just dry out for a couple days.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a drinks package or anything, but it was just like we just needed to be sober, and
Yeah.
and we're eating a ton, but it was like so much boozing.
Yeah.
The welcome drinks, the wedding, and then
Yeah.
the day after. And it was, I thought I was going to die the night of the wedding because people were just feeding me tequila shots and pretending like they were doing them. They were like, oh, let's have a shot. And then everyone was just watching me neck fucking tequila.
There was so much alcohol. You guys did it right as
Yeah.
well. The alcohol,
Too
Like,
much.
Just
Yeah.
but like having the bottles and
Oh,
like
yeah.
them mixing, because usually at like weddings, it's like, okay, you've got the bar till this time, but
Yeah.
you guys had so much alcohol, just mix up whatever you want.
Yeah.
I got fucking so wrecked.
Oh, yeah.
And then I
man.
was like, that joint that Shannon's sisters had.
Oh, at the after party.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
so
yeah.
thick.
Yeah.
I had
That
like,
was the biggest joint I'd ever seen.
I had like 3 puffs of that, and then I was talking to one of the sisters' boyfriends who rules.
Yeah.
But he was like, he said, I'm a mathematician.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
And I was so high, I was like, dude, do you reckon you could teach me calculus? And I was like, he was like, "Yeah, man, but we need a wall." And I was like, "Wait,
we need a wall.
Yeah,
we need wall and
we
a
need a wall."
chalk.
But no, I said, "What, like a pen?" And he
Yeah.
goes, "Nah, man, just a wall." So I swear to God, we walked up to the side of your suite that you were in.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long we were there, but
Yeah.
Andy said you were just staring at a wall with this dude for about half an hour, and he's just like pointing with his finger on
He's
the wall.
gone full Goodwill Hunting.
Dude,
Yeah.
but because I was like in like a nice little groove,
Yeah.
I swear I understood it.
Yeah, you're seeing code. You're fucking full like binary code is like trickling down in
Dude,
green.
it was beautiful
It's like-
mind shit. I was like, dude, I understand calculus. You just got to get a little bit high.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
drinks are so strong
Yeah.
in America.
But
Oh,
it's 'cause
they're
they're
free
so
pour.
strong, dude. Sometimes I get a drink and I'll be like, what the fuck? Like that day before the pre-wedding party,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caitlin's like, can you take a sip of this vodka and soda? I took a sip. I'm like, that is basically all vodka.
Oh,
yeah.
It was vodka with a lime.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah, because they free pour, and then also they want you to start tipping. You know, like, and so if you tip heavy on the first drink, then they'll just look after you the rest of the
Yeah.
night, and they want you to get fucked up because then you're looser with your cash.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Man, we should. I think this would be better if we told it with 90, just in case we can't do it on the Patreon.
Yeah.
We had the pre-wedding party. Then you went off with your mates, which is good.
Yeah.
And then we went to some tiki bar.
Oh, the tiki bar.
Where they were like had a band playing.
Yeah.
Right? And so we're all there. And then Huey's like, I've paid some money for Oliver Clark to sing with the band.
Yeah,
So we like couldn't believe it. We're like, as if that's going to happen, right? And it was in this huge restaurant with a band playing, but there was strictly no dancing.
Yeah.
why is that a rule?
They didn't, because they filled up the dance floor with
Tables.
tables.
Ah,
So it was
right.
like mainly a restaurant.
Right.
But I can't remember what they said. Okay, guys, just so you know, it's like no dance. It's strictly no dancing. And then I can't remember what song it was. I was too fucked up. They
Yeah.
played an absolute banger.
And
It
everyone
was
dances.
No, it was like everyone was like sort of. It was almost like because there was like 20 Australians.
You got
at the
one
back.
shoulder that just
Yeah.
you're
Ah,
like,
dude.
oh shit,
It
and
was
then
like,
the
just so
other
you
shoulder.
know, there's no dancing. Anyway, here's the nut bush.
Oh god,
20
that
Australians
to
at the back.
Australians, like you're all fucking.
Yeah, like Manchurian candidate. Just for,
And it was so funny because I got chastised straight away. Like,
Oh, you danced.
yeah, I walked into the restaurant just dancing already, just like
Oh,
clapping.
dude. You're Kevin Bacon and Footloose.
And then this wait staff comes up to me. Everyone's pointing at me. They're like, Gavin, and this wait staff, he goes, excuse me, no dancing. Like, what the fuck? Anyway, we're there and we're like having the best time. We're
Yeah.
drinking out of fucking pineapples. It's a Hawaiian dream.
Yeah.
Anyway, they're like, yeah, so there's this guy that we got up singing.
Yeah.
That's his friends have paid some money. He's going to sing. OC gets up. And I think they thought that he was going to be terrible and like this is going to be a quick $100 we make.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
cares? But Oliver Clark belted out Sweet Caroline, and of course there was 50 of us just screaming it, and the whole restaurant is just staring at us and staring at Oliver
It
Clark.
looked like I saw some of the. It looked like
Nah,
they
dude.
got into it a little.
They
They
fucking-
was like,
Yeah.
They loved
They
it. Like
were
at the
like-
start, they weren't sure, but
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
end,
yeah.
everyone's bah, bah,
Oh, yeah.
bah, like they were
Yeah.
like, the whole thing
the whole restaurant singing
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline.
leveled the place.
And I was like, I'm never going to come down from this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It was
Everyone
so,
was so happy. I've got the whole thing on my phone. we got to chop up.
yeah.
And put.
See, that's what I'm saying. These stories rule, but it's like us having the best time. It just needs, and then OC got stabbed by a local.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something.
It needs some conflict.
Yeah, because
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's just for us amazing, and like I feel like anyone who couldn't make the wedding for whatever reason, I do want to make them feel bad because I'm like, you missed out. Like you
Yeah.
you don't know how much you missed out, but you
Absolutely.
did, dude.
Well, let's make up some controversy. So OC, like, he got into a fight with with Kelly afterwards.
Oh, his partner.
He he sung that hard, and then he got into a fight, and then he got
all these
sucked off by
Hawaiian
this
babes.
Hawaiian dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was a dude, which was crazy.
Yeah.
I thought he was straight, but yeah, that was
That's right.
weird.
Yeah, he got
dude.
sucked off.
Yeah.
by
You
a
heard
dude.
it here first. On the
Yeah,
Phone Hacks
and then
Patreon.
also on the wedding night, during the ceremony, Shannon diarrheaed in her
That
wedding
was really
dress.
funny.
Yeah,
When she shit her pants.
Yeah, that was
right
so
at the
funny.
vows. Yeah.
she's gonna love this story.
It was explosive too.
Dude. It was like right when we were starting the vows, and she just diarrhea squirted brown
Right down
all
yeah,
the back of her
right down the
dress.
back of her dress.
And then
Terrible.
she slipped in it and like tumbled down the side of the mountain.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then you did the Jurassic Park.
Na, 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 na. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah.
That's right,
I
yeah.
tried heroin. That was wild.
Yeah,
got into
yeah.
a fight with all you guys. You guys
Yeah.
were like, "Don't take heroin."
You did
at a
heroin with
wedding.
my dad. Weirdly. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Dude, this is one true thing, and this is so cute. This was the coolest thing ever because I met your mum,
Yeah.
and like we were talking about you a little bit, but I thought I'd big you up a bit. You know what I mean? Like, and I'd say the truth. I wouldn't say I wasn't going to lie. I was just going to say the truth. I was like, Mike doesn't have time for many people, but I love it. He must like you guys because he always has time for his parents. He always goes over to Perth and sees you. And she goes, "What?"
It would have. Yeah.
It was the funniest thing
Yeah.
I'd ever heard. Because we were having a decent conversation. My wife was there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And I was like, it doesn't matter.
Do you
Yeah.
think this was maybe your fault? Was this when you were like had just had 3 gummies and
Oh,
you
no.
thought you said all that?
Yeah,
to her?
yeah.
And really,
You were
just
talking to
going,
a telephone. You were talking to like a brown wall.
Yeah.
You weren't even talking. To
I was talking to a Hawaiian, an old Hawaiian man.
Yeah.
No, that was because I think the music had just come on then or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think, when you're just having a normal
Oh,
conversation.
her hearing's not good.
And then I thought
anyways.
I'd step it up a bit
Yeah.
and just go, hey,
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
be proud or whatever.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then I went over to your parents afterwards to say thank you for everything or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I noticed your dad is at his son's wedding.
Oh,
like
the-
his son's wedding.
The outfit.
So good. The best.
Yeah. He's gotten so much grief for this, but go ahead. Yeah.
He's wearing just basically not track pants, but like trousers. But then the shirt is just a normal collared shirt,
Golf shirt.
Golf shirt.
golf shirt,
Yeah.
with baseball written on it.
I didn't see that.
No team, nothing, just
No.
generic baseball.
Baseball.
And then a little baseball.
Yeah. You know his Skechers. He was wearing Skechers, and he thought he nailed the outfit because the Skechers matched his baseball golf shirt.
I mean, he didn't look that out of place.
No, well, I mean, I was gonna say I forgot during the speech. I was gonna say best dress has to go to my old man for wearing his best golf shirt, and it matches his Skechers. But I forgot completely. But he's like, his brother was giving him shit. Like everyone was just like giving him so much grief, and he was like, I was just told it was casual, and I wanted to be comfortable.
Man, he fucking rules.
Yeah.
It was hard to hold back the laughter when I was getting a photo with him.
Yeah.
Because I shook his hand. I was like, "Thank you, Mr. Goldstein." And then I just looked at him, just baseball.
Yeah.
Just generic.
Yeah. It's his best baseball golf shirt.
It was so beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
A golf shirt with baseball on it.
Yeah.
So fucking sick.
All right. Well, we better get in the bloody episode.
Oh, yeah. Ring a ding ding. You got the Kings. Welcome to another episode of the Phone Hacks Podcast with me, Mike Goldstein, and the Puff Daddy to my Biggie Smalls, Nick Cat.
Papa Diddy Pop. I remember when Puff Daddy had that Bad Boy for Life song.
Oh, yeah.
And he had all the
Now it's
celebrities in it. Like
now
Ben
it's in
Stiller.
jail for life. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything like I heard another side of the story though? I heard it's like,
Oh, you're free, Puff Daddy.
yeah, I'm free Puff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
right.
obviously he's fucking a bad guy, but also that like a lot of people now they're just sensationalizing all these conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like it's just basically a witch hunt for everyone. Like because everyone's been at a party with a fucking weird dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And going, well, I'm going to get out of here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Just because you go to a party
Doesn't
at
make you
his house doesn't
complicit.
mean you're complicit or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you seeing some crazy stuff.
Well, you got to wonder what's exaggerated.
Yeah,
like, is
yeah,
the 5,000 bottles of baby oil in his mansion? Is
Yeah.
that bullshit?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
why does he
yeah.
need that much baby oil? What the hell's going on?
kind of
over there?
think where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
I
for
mean,
sure.
that many people saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I think it's going to be an Epstein situation.
Oh,
He's on
yeah.
Suicide Watch already.
They
isn't
heap it on like when someone's bad, then like there's still Hitler documentaries that are like, also he had a weird dick, and you're like, yeah, he killed 6 million Jews. You don't have to fucking tell me his dick was weird.
Oh, yeah.
I already think he's a fucking
Yeah.
bad dude.
Totally.
Yeah. Finally, the root of the problem. I got a weird dick.
Exactly.
I'm taking it out on
Yeah,
people.
even Epstein and Weinstein. I know like Epstein had an egg-shaped dick, and Weinstein's got like a turbo chode. It's like, why do I know about these guys' dicks so much?
Yeah.
It's like, I know they're bad people.
Yeah. It's just piling on top of it. Yeah. You can't say anything at that
Yeah,
point.
so
can't you?
Puff
Yeah.
Diddy's dick, what could it be besides egg-shaped or chode? What would make it weird? Spangler? Full Spangler?
What if
Yeah, I
it was
reckon a
like,
full
what's a
spangler.
spangler? Is that like real skinny?
Real long and thin.
Yeah. What's it called? A spangler.
Spangler.
Sick.
I didn't realize why he wore sunglasses all the time. And then I saw that video of him giving that speech, and his eyes are like, oh, like that. You're like, oh, fuck, that's why he wore sunglasses all the time.
Just have weird eyes.
Yeah. He's just like, they're always like, hey, how's it going?
It's just- yeah.
Because you want to see black guys like, hey.
Oh,
You
chill.
know what I mean?
Like
Yeah,
he's too.
He's
yeah,
just like,
yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to see like a hyper black guy. Like just too fucking.
It is weird. There's a TikToker
Yeah.
who I can't remember. I don't know what his name is, but he's super famous.
Yeah.
And he met Cristiano Ronaldo. And he freaked the fuck out. I don't know. It just came up in my feed. He
Yeah.
met him, and he was like, "Oh my god, Cristiano!" I'm like, dude, you can't. You look like a cool looking black dude. You can't.
right.
You can't. You look so weird.
Yeah.
Like if it was like a little weedy white TikTok, you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, that's a normal reaction."
Yeah.
But like seeing a black dude freak out like that.
Oh, dude.
Pretty.
Yeah.
Well,
funny.
that's like one of the best things is the jump scares where people try and like hop out behind a wall. That whole genre of comedy, like scaring someone
Yeah.
and getting like a startled reaction.
Yeah.
There's like YouTube clips, and it was like on Vine for a while of people trying to like jump scare black dudes,
Yeah.
and they don't get scared, they just punch you in
Punch
the
you.
face. And there's so many videos of just people trying to like jump scare black dudes and them just
Yeah.
getting rocked. Dude, it rules.
Yeah. You're looking at a Cristiano Ronaldo video, and you're like, dude, save cringe for white people. Save
Yeah.
that. Save panic. Like save excitement. Like cringy excitement for white people. You
Yeah,
know,
I
like
don't know, maybe
that's our department.
Black people are like there's some fucking black dorks though now from
Yeah.
what I've been seeing on the
Urkel.
internet.
Dude.
Yeah. But like even after like they're getting into like anime and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's taken a fair bit of their cool.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
You see black dudes real into anime.
We're still way behind though.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I think we're
Coolness.
dominating.
Absolutely.
The whites are dominating autism. You don't really see too many, black autistic
autistic,
dudes.
yeah.
We're
true.
killing it at that. Well, we know we're cool when we look as good in a beret.
They can put
You
a
see
purple fucking Kangol.
Man, you see a black guy in a beret, I'm so jealous. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How do you get away with a beret? You see a white guy in a beret, and you're like, get away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
What are you up to?
I think someone has that as a bit that white people will never be able to pull off a purple suit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a Mark Norman bit.
It's good shit.
Yeah.
So we're back. We're
back.
we're all post holiday whatever, and like we're phone hacking again.
Yeah, thank you for your
Phone hacking.
patience, everybody. We had a couple of Rocky episodes. We had a couple of they were all great episodes that I record. Last week's was real funny because I did it with Webby and Quanny, and they're fun guys. And we started off, and the riffs were hot
Yeah.
in the first half an hour, but then Webby's camera ran out.
All right.
Like it ran out of battery, so he had to wait for like 10 or 20 minutes of us just going, yeah. So, and then we even had some hot riffs in that. And then
Yeah.
when the camera came back on, we're like, all right, cool, we're back into it. And then it was going great. And then the camera died again.
Oh god.
That's because it's full of all these sex tapes.
Yeah, dude. It's all like furry orgies and shit, dude. Yeah.
Talk about that.
We talked a lot about that.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
This was covered in the last episode, but it's very funny. So Quanny locked himself out of his house. So you had to stay in Webby's spare room, which all the paddles and whips and stuff are hung up, right? They're all hung up on a rack.
Hold on, he's got a room with paddles and whips.
Man, he showed me. So I was like, Quanny, you stayed in the sex room? And he's like, yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend didn't really like it. I was like, what? Your girlfriend was there as well?
You wouldn't want to be any. Is there a bed? There'd be a bed.
Yeah, it's just like...
That bed, like if you put a black light on it, it would light up like the 4th of July.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to take a naked flame near that
Also,
bed.
it's hot in 50 Shades of Grey because that dude's rich. Like,
Yeah.
Webby, what's he making a year?
It's like ping pong paddles. It's like, he doesn't
It's
even
all
have the
makeshift.
proper sex paddles.
Dude, it's a 2-story house in fucking Ascot Vale.
Yeah,
that's so
Fucking
funny.
hell.
It was really good, but yeah, it was a fun episode. Thank you for your patience, but we're back together now. We hope we can get some Mike and I episodes cooking, ready to go, and then we're
doing
fucking
it.
back.
This is it,
back.
man.
Until we fizzle out, until Mike and I have some kind of argument. Fuck you,
Nah,
Mike.
we're good. We're the one of the last comedy pods standing. Everyone's fucking dropping off,
yes.
dude.
Yeah.
And we're
Yeah,
like
speaking of
we're Stephen
controversies.
Bradburying the shit out of it.
Yeah, we are putting no effort into this, and somehow we are winning.
Yeah, we just need fucking Hamish and Andy to stop doing their pod, and
Yeah.
I'll try and fucking.
Well, you can fucking crowbar in there, can't you?
Oh,
You
dude,
just
I'll
start
I'll-
whispering to Andy like,
yeah.
Hamish isn't even funny.
Yeah, I'm like Littlefinger in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You're the best, Andy. You're the best.
You deserve
You're
more.
your own brother.
You should have as many followers as Hamish,
Yeah.
but you don't. But you only have about half.
Yeah.
That's not right.
And if you did skincare, if your wife did skincare,
Oh,
she
yeah.
would crush it.
But yeah, like we should be getting the runoff from all the listeners that get them across to us, dude.
Speaking of, the Patreon is actually coming back up again. We're putting some stuff in there,
And
so make sure you get back on.
I did say it, like we're going in depth on the wedding, but I do need you guys to please get across the Patreon and subscribe because I am fucking broke after that
It was
wedding.
a huge wedding.
Yeah.
Huge, dude.
It was
Huge
worth
wedding.
it, all worth it. No regrets.
Absolutely.
But I need money.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must need money, man. You never...
We went all out. We did.
Oh, that
you
was great, man.
Thank
No,
God
it's worth
Shannon has a good job because even you guys like are still passionate about stand up, and I see you gigging every night. But I take a few weeks off, and I'm like, I can never do it again. I'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
You fine with it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I can play pickleball and tennis every other day and just
Yeah.
fucking hang out, watch NFL.
Do you not get itchy at all? Itchy feet?
Maybe. I think though, if I have a string of good gigs, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is the best, and like new materials working. But
Yes.
if I have
Yeah, yeah,
one like shitty open mic, I'm like, I could just retire. I can call it.
I felt it ramping up. In COVID, I felt
Oh,
it ramping
lockdown
up.
was different. Yeah, that.
I felt like at 8 o'clock every night,
Yeah.
I'd feel my body go into like this flight or fight mode, and then have no release. I feel like when you get on stage, you're like you can
Yeah,
get it all
but
out.
lockdown, there was no outlet for anything. We couldn't do anything else. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah,
you're just
yeah,
trapped,
yeah.
and so that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. Like, it'll just be one good gig back, and I'll be like, all right, this is fun. But
Yeah, I wrote for like 2 hours on Sunday.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I was like, I'll write all day Monday. And then just didn't do it.
Yeah,
I just had
yeah.
like 3 meetings with people. I just I watched YouTube for like 2 hours. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
This is your job, you moron.
Well, I should say though, I hadn't gigged in a couple weeks, and then like the wedding speech went pretty well, and I was like, oh yeah, still got it.
Dude. Your vows were very funny.
Oh, the
The
guy,
vows were
the
great.
videographer for the wedding said, "Can I make a reel of your vows?" And I was like, "Yeah, just tag me in it."
ABC, always be
Vows
crushing.
go
yeah,
viral.
yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, dude.
Comedian roasts
Well,
wife.
And a few people have brought it up to me before, but they're like, at the end of your vows, because I went first, and then Shannon was, doing her vows after me.
Yeah.
And the vows went well, and the last thing I said was, follow that.
Oh.
And then I handed
that
her the
fucking knocked the
microphone.
giggle out of me. Where you go follow that. It
Yeah.
was fucking so
We're
funny.
all laughing, but then we all had to have like a kind of like debrief afterwards.
Yeah.
Like all of us were like, dude, just fucking close it off for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes of your life.
Yeah, don't say follow that to your wife.
Just 10 minutes of your life. Be serious.
Be earnest, be sincere.
My favourite one
He
was
couldn't even do.
when you did the speeches afterwards.
Yeah.
And then you said a whole heap of stuff, and then you said something about, anyway, follow Phone Hacks with me and Nick Capper.
Yeah.
And then you said to Shannon, he said, do you want to say anything? And she said, well, yes, I don't want our last thing to be said was Nick Capper.
Like, follow, subscribe. Yeah. Like, follow, subscribe, Phone Hacks or something.
And then poor old Caps yelled something out.
Yeah.
Well, it was like,
I was like,
Patreon.
$5 a month.
Yeah, $5 a month.
Yeah.
3 people heard it, and we all giggled, but everyone else just heard like the last bit. Like,
Bomb so bad.
Well, even at the end of the ceremony, I'd said, guys, we got speeches later, and then Nick Capper will be doing his one-man show, Meet Oblong.
that's right.
And then you stood up. You're like, all right. You stood up and got a big laugh. But then people were coming up to me afterwards, and they're like, Meet Oblong? And I was like, yeah, that was the name of his show. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I hate it, man. I felt bad because I like to sit back, like this is your wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
But somehow I always end up as one of the main characters, even when I'm not trying to be. Like I get mentioned in the speech.
You should have
and
done
everyone's patting
vows.
me on the back, going, "Dude, 2 mentions in the speech."
great.
I'm like, I can't. And then everyone's getting we're all doing the big dives.
Yeah.
And everyone gets held up, and then
Yeah.
you're like. I was like, this is good, Mike and Shannon enjoying this. And then people just start dragging me like, well, you got to do a dive. You were mentioned in the speech.
So
I'm
the
like,
dive was the, what's the movie?
lift-
Dirty
the
Dancing.
lift from Dirty
The
Dancing.
lift.
So we were all doing that on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And then I think, Capper, you might have been one of the last ones.
Yeah.
And it took a few of us to get you up there.
Yeah, you're
yeah.
a thick boy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're like unwieldy. It's like a fucking pile of laundry or something. It's like,
Especially in that 80s suit as well. That big floppy 80s
was
suit.
so
You looked
funny.
sick, bro. You did look great.
I thought it was going to be hard because like Shannon did the worst jump ever. And I'm like, well, she's fit.
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard to get up.
Yeah.
So I put a bit of extra spring in, really jumped, and people were like, whoa!
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's quickly go through the phones.
Yeah, all right.
So a spinning wheel decides what we go through in each other's phones.
yeah, if there is any
shit, I
first time
forgot we're still doing
listeners,
this.
we'll
Yeah,
just do
yeah.
it real quick. So, I mean, and it is anything on my phone besides maybe search history.
I've got
It's
some
gonna
good
be.
colonoscopy photos if you want to
Oh,
go through those.
They gave you the footage.
I've got some. I've got some photos of the inside of my colon.
Oh yeah, anything interesting in there? Old
Yeah, got a
gerbil.
couple of polyps they had to cut off.
Oh, polyps is fun.
A sigmoid polyp.
Sigmoid
And I've got a couple
Sigmoid
of
Freud.
hemorrhoids.
Oh.
You guys got hemorrhoids yet? Like once we get to a certain age.
Yeah, I think there's something going on down there. I haven't fully explored, but it's not right.
Okay.
It's yeah, especially after 2 weeks of drinking and fucking buffets every day.
I should have talked
No,
about that, man. I did. So I pooed out a little bit of blood. Sorry, this is disgusting. Sorry,
Cool.
before we go out there
No.
for the phone. I just thought about it then. And then I went to I was like, shit, I got to get this checked. Went to the lady. What do you call them?
Proctologist?
Proctologist?
Yeah.
Proctologist. You know how every dude is like, but like every dude that gets a colonoscopy, gets a finger up the butt, is always like, I
Yeah,
went back for a second opinion.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think I'm just a different generation, whatever. But I wasn't expecting her to be so attractive. She was so very, very pretty, like this Middle Eastern looking lady. And then she said, "Do you mind if I examine you?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." And then just threw me up on the table and just rifled round.
Went to town.
Absolutely.
Milk the prostate.
It touched a good bit,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, "Well, go back there." But like it was pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
Really, really
Using the
aggressive.
whole fist, doc.
I don't know. I wanted to ask her how many fingers you use because
Yeah.
it felt more than one.
Yeah. Far out, dude. Because that's what happened to me. The first time I had they had to check my ball with fuck, this is a real old man podcast, isn't it? Like, oh, this is all the stuff that's got wrong
Yeah,
with us.
we're old
So
men.
They had to check they had to do the ultrasound. They rubbed the gel on my ball, and thank God the lady was like quite older and like not attractive.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she was like, and she just checked it, and I was like, that's fine. But then the second time, absolute smoke show.
Yeah.
Rubbing gel all over my balls. And she's like, I don't think I put enough on.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to put more on.
Sick. It does make it worse.
If they're hot,
So,
I don't know if I would rather an old man.
you want an
or
old
a-
Asian man.
Yeah, you want,
Yeah.
yeah.
'Cause she
Very
had, like-
clinical.
Yeah.
You want a
Yeah.
procedure follower.
Yeah, she was
yeah.
disturbingly attractive.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Oh,
no,
dude.
I don't know how to feel
It's like
right now.
Husey was like, I don't know, somehow dermatologist came up and he was like, oh, I got a good dermatologist. And I was like, okay, yeah, you can recommend her. And he goes, yeah. And I was like, why? And he goes, well, she's insanely hot. And I'm like, what?
You want? You don't want your doctor seeing
Yeah.
all your fucking ailments like with an absolute smoke
It's
show.
like, oh, she's checking me for melanoma. And I'm like, oh, but she's hot. Like, she just misses a few spots. I'm like, it's all right. She's attractive. Yeah. Well, should we
Anyway,
do it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just giving you the heads up because
dude. Oh, you got fucking
I've got
colon
some
Man, it
Colon
was funny
stuff,
because
yeah.
we went to, my wife and I went to Fiji after your wedding.
Yeah.
And we just were backed up just due to all the eating and drinking. And my stomach didn't feel good. And then, like, on the second day, I'm like, I got to get to a toilet. I got to get to a toilet. Like, and then I went, and then I was in there for like 20 minutes. You had to wait for me. And I got out, and I was like, you wouldn't believe what just came out of me. Like everything. Like
Yeah.
the whole of Hawaii just came out of me. Like it was, the bowl was full. Like
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
And she was like, I want that.
What?
She was jealous because her stomach
yeah.
was still cramped
yeah,
up.
Yeah,
She's like, I want that. I'm so jealous. I was like, babe, it was so good. I floated out of the toilet.
Yeah. Dude, I will say, because all the prep you have to do for a colonoscopy, like how it flushes you out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude,
Clean?
you should. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah,
a
I'm
broom.
going to get one done.
Speaking of poo, this is pretty funny. I told you last night, but my girlfriend last night did the most ungodly poo, like just a big poo.
Yeah.
Right? I think it was her Hawaii poo.
Yeah.
But then she flushed, forgot about it, came back, went back in the bathroom like 2 hours later and went, Ben,
Yeah.
flush the toilet. And I was like, I haven't gone to the toilet. And she went, oh no,
It was hers.
it was hers.
Yeah.
She tried to flush it, but it was such a monster it didn't go there.
Yeah.
And she tried to blame it on me. And then she was like, no. Don't tell anyone. I was like, okay.
That's
won't
what,
tell
and I said
anyone.
she has short turd memory loss.
Ah,
And everyone like got up and applauded at the
Yeah,
restaurant.
I actually did high five.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
did,
that's really funny.
All right, phones.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, quickly doing the phones. So we'll say Capper and my phone. I mean, that's draft tweets. So I don't know. Camera roll?
Camera roll?
Yeah, because I mean, fuck. There might be draft tweets still, but and then I don't know. The camera roll is going to be all wedding stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to get back into the rhythm of screenshotting people's posts and bullying them in private chats and all that.
Can you post my sweet backflip at Waimea Bay?
Post it. You want it on the Phone X page?
Whatever.
Yeah,
I'm just
you
saying.
brought it up.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it
we
was
can get it
pretty
up
sick
there.
Fucking backflip.
Yeah, that should have been main feed. I think I saw that in stories. But what are you doing?
I'm going
We-
to put it main feed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was sick because all the Hawaiians were there jumping off this like big rock into the beach.
Oh man, this is great. I'm glad you screenshotted this. This is fantastic.
Oh, you found that?
So it's Goxie hosts Airbnb in his house, which is like apparently
What?
it's a rubbish dump.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh no.
but Goxie he's just the best dude ever, and he just did one of the funniest stories I've ever seen in my whole life.
This
So
is
it's just
insane.
Goxie with a guy, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, James is staying at my house this week. James is a gay man who has been following me online for a while. He's attracted to men with big bellies. Although there is more to me than just a big gut, I don't mind him being attracted to my belly. It was nice to finally meet him.
There's so many things going on there. It's the start of it. James is staying at my house. James is a gay man. It's just
And
that got
attracted
me.
to big belly.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but also maybe don't let the gay stalkers stay at your house.
Absolutely.
Like, yeah.
I got a gay dude hitting me up for feet pics. Have you ever had one of these?
Ah,
Let's
no.
see. Is this the guy that also wants to draw you nude? He's pretty notorious?
No,
Okay.
no,
right,
no.
right.
He's just hit me up for feet pics,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Oh, I've never done this before. How much are we talking?"
Yeah.
and he's like, $50.
No.
Nah.
No, dude. You got to go higher than
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I don't
dude.
know about that.
Mike's
Yeah.
broke. He would do it for $50. Does
I'd
he
do
want
it
Mike's
for
feet?
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of
My feet are
do
fucked.
it like a diorama sort of thing, like
Oh, yeah.
like Gulliver's Travels. I don't know, put some Lego men around it,
Oh, dude.
make it sort of fun.
So you're gonna go all out for like some fucking a story. With
No,
the feet.
well, I was running. I don't have much.
Oh,
gear. I
dude,
don't
this
have
is
much
pretty
new gear.
good.
Oh,
This
yeah.
could be a bit.
Fuck, Nighty looks great in this photo.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Awesome.
This is a freeze frame of us playing pickleball and you against one of my Bri.
Bri.
Oh,
my
smacking
my
it
American
with-
mates.
Yeah,
And you're smashing the ball at him so hard that he's like gone full Scary Movie 2 with his left hand, you know? Yeah.
Oh, I felt bad.
And you look so good there, dude. It's
Yeah.
like, it looks like that was AI. Like if you type Hunk destroys
Yeah.
dweeb.
Yeah. Exactly. And so I've been Bri, one of my
Can you
oldest
put that one
friends.
up?
Yeah.
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
sending that to him like every other day since the wedding. And he's just like stopped responding. now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, that's so funny,
I've
dude.
got some good footage
Um,
of me and him just like with a mouthful of tobacco.
Oh, yeah, because you guys went and
Yeah.
partied after.
Oh, and then you got the video of me going in to the surf, I guess,
Oh, yeah.
with my butt crack sticking
Oh,
out.
there's a great butt crack
Dude,
photo.
I was really worried. I thought you died.
Yeah. I knew, like, because, I mean, I don't know 90s ability, but I knew Tyler is, like, almost pro surfer
Yeah, he's a
level.
great surfer.
Yeah.
So I was like, you guys will be safe with him. But,
Yeah.
you know, the paddling out, there's a video of you guys paddling out, and it's fucking funny. Like, just because Tyler just,
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. You look decent, but then Capper's just immediately, like, flailing and
Oh,
stuff.
dude, it was like-
but you did it.
Your
Like, you
shoulders
fucking-
are so
Dude,
heat
Kappa,
up.
one thing I will say about Caps is
You get out there. You try it.
anything, he will give it a go. And it's usually like
Pegging? Have you done pegging?
No,
Okay.
no.
Shut
I
up,
put
Caps.
one finger. I will put my fingertip in my anus once in the shower to just try it out, and and it was disgusting. I was like,
How far?
I'm grossed out by
yeah,
that.
yeah.
How far in did you go?
Not that far, but it was like I felt fully violated.
Yeah, right.
By
Yeah,
yourself?
Things,
You've never
things
had
have only
some-
got to come
You're
out
the
of
only
me.
guy who could molest himself.
Oh, if I looked in the mirror, nah, I'd be like, hell yeah, brother, give it to me. No.
Fuck, that's funny.
That's
so
good
good.
shit. All right. Oh, shit. We should do it. Everyone else's phones real
Yeah,
quick.
That's so.
Nighty and Capper's phone. You're looking at. Fuck. I mean, draft tweets. That could be Instagram Explore page then, if you're comfortable with that. Otherwise, we could just do camera roll as well. Whatever you want to hand over
We
to
can do
Benjamin
notes. I
Knight.
brought my notes in.
I got notes.
All right. Oh, you brought the books.
I bought the books, so
All right.
I got a few here that we thought maybe.
Nighty,
Oh, I'm looking at Cap's notes.
you're looking at the
Yeah,
notes.
yeah.
Hell yeah. What do
Yeah.
we got? Be good if I could read your handwriting.
Oh, sorry, man.
Nah, it's all right. Okay, I've
There's
got
more
half an hour
other
to write. Let's see how this goes. Cool intro, great writing. And with the gun joke?
Oh yeah, I got this gun bit it's going well. So I thought, okay, I'll end with the best bit. I got to do half an hour in Cairns
Okay.
on Sunday, and I'm fucked.
Of new.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fucked.
Is that
guys.
at Laughing Heart Comedy?
Yeah.
They're a
yeah.
friendly crowd.
Yeah,
You'll be
they're
fine.
good. It'll be a really good show, but
Yeah.
yeah, just brutal. I've been trying to. You'll see this bit in there, Nighty. I've been trying to think of this bit because so many people, when they see my videos on Facebook, write like, "Fuck you, Coffs Harbour is great," or
Oh, the
"Screw you," or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you look on their page, and it's always like, change the date, like the Aboriginal. Change the date thing. They're always like, don't change the date.
Yeah.
Like, keep Australia Day the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of no voters.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
was thinking that these same people, they've always got something like free speech, like political correctness, free
Yeah, I
speech.
saw something along. Yeah.
But they only practice free speech with stuff that they don't care about. So if like racism or sexism or whatever, they're like, come on,
Oh,
it's just a bit of free speech.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But then the moment you say like I don't know, I was thinking like maybe First Nations people could go, oh, look, if you're going to have, if you keep the date the same, but what we're going to do is we're going to have Dead Warney Day, where we celebrate Shane's Warren's death. You know what I mean? They'd be like, "Whoa, fucking! You can't do that. He's an Australian hero."
Yeah.
You're just like, "Oh, well, sorry, it's just a joke. Free speech."
Yeah.
We're not allowed to joke about this
I
stuff.
think it's the big one is always so
Peter
if you're
Brock.
like, trans, we'll do the trans. I'm just talking, they're just words. It's like fucking. What about the Anzacs? And now, don't you fucking talk about Anzacs?
It's only things. It's like they don't. It's like they only care about people that are dead. Like the people with intergenerational trauma that are still alive, fuck them. They can take a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, I was trying to write a bit about that. I was trying to think of like, let's have Dead Brocky Day, where we all sit at the day that Brocky died.
Yeah.
We all sit in blow up pools and drink beers and listen to the hottest 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm ready for political shit yet.
It's
Can
not
I
that
ask this?
political.
Fijians, just because we're happy and love life doesn't mean we do unnecessary chit chat. What's that about?
Oh man, this is actually a great story, but I don't know how to make it funny on stage yet. But it did actually happen because Fijians, the nicest people ever. If you go there, you've been there, man. They're just like Bula,
Bula,
and they're smiling and they're so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like you see like a large Fijian woman with like a mustache. And she's got more charisma than like Scarlett Johansson. Like she's fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I love these people. Anyway, there was this like Fijian dude just standing by the pool, and he was just standing there, and he's smiling, having a good time, and they were playing this music like on the stereo, and I was like, I just better talk to this dude. He's been standing here for so long. And I was like, yeah, dude. So it's just like, this is good music. Is this like Fijian music? And he goes, you can go and ask the person playing the music what music it is.
Fuck yes.
And I was like, that's why these people are happy.
Yeah.
Because they don't do inane chit chat. They're like, just because I'm loving life and I'm having a great time doesn't mean I'm going to talk about shit. And I was thinking maybe that's why white people are depressed.
Yeah.
Because we're like, oh, fuck, I've got to go out in the world and say, how's the weather, mate? You know what I mean? Like, trying
That's
to
why I
work on
think
that
the
thing.
Dutch are very free. The Dutch, have you ever? I don't know if you've ever hung out with a lot of Dutch people, but they're the most blunt.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Blunt people. It's like, why are we talking about this? We don't need to talk about this.
Yeah.
It's like just really
They save so much time.
so much time.
Yeah.
And it's like first time you hang out with them. Like I hung out with a heap of them when I was traveling a heap in hostels.
Yeah.
And I was like, first time I was like, fuck, they're rude. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh no, they just
To the point.
cut out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Oh, I love it.
It's
dude.
really
it
good,
rules. Yeah.
I'm like, because my father-in-law's like that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I thought, he doesn't like me. And you're like, nah, he just doesn't do small talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
oh
small
man, I had
talk.
a run in with him. He was wearing a Green Bay Packers
Yeah.
jersey, and I was like, "Oh, that's my team." And I went, "Oh, Packers.
Yeah.
I'll go for the Packers." And he was like, "Yep." So sick. All right.
Well, there's even like recently we were at the pickleball courts in Richmond, and a point had just been played, and somehow you start telling a story about a gig you did last night, some crowd work, someone lost their phone, and then the phone was found by someone else. You know, it was like this crowd work story, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm waiting to serve, and then everyone's like listening to your story, and then there's a pause, and I go, all right, so the story's done, right? You know? Everyone starts to
was
laugh.
fucking-
The story's done.
Yeah.
That's what I thought Mike might be part Dutch. It was like,
I am.
All right, we don't.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it was just perfect timing.
Yeah,
because
I
it
was
was like, all right, we're going back.
Yeah,
We
story's
done?
over.
We-
We all listened. Can we move on?
So great. I love that.
All right. Anything else in the notes?
2 record store owners with grey moustaches
Oh, yeah.
conversing in one another's records.
Oh, that was just, I went to a record bar the other day. It was like a bar with a record shop in it. And there's this guy with a mustache and grey hair. Just like, I don't know, a little bit, fucking too cool for school.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whatever, mate. Got my drink, sat down.
Yeah.
Then I saw a guy who I definitely know owns a record shop with like a grey mustache walk in there, and then they just talked in depth about music and the scene. And I was like, this is the most Melbourne thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
2 record shop owners with mustaches
mustaches.
conversing.
Yeah, that's like
Like-
out of Portlandia.
Yeah,
almost.
dude, it was. Yeah. I was like, fuck this town. I'm going back to Fiji.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, well,
yeah.
quickly we'll do 90s phone. Let's see, spinning the wheel. Even though we've disregarded the wheel so far because it keeps landing on fucking draft tweets. So you decide.
Draft tweet. I got notes.
Notes?
Notes.
You can do notes.
Notes. Yeah.
All right. So these are what mainly just
I
premises.
think it's just premises. Yeah.
Yeah, you got more poo stuff. Poo step, which I imagine is that about the recent.
That's very funny. That's a very funny story.
Oh, are you doing poo step on stage already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can tell the premise of it though.
Nah, I mean, if you want.
It's not really burning that much material. Basically, growing up, we had this little step next to the toilet,
Yeah.
and basically, what it was just like a little step, which I found out it's a footstool,
Yeah.
but we called it the poo step.
Yeah.
And me and my little brother, what we used it for, I did this on stage. Whenever you were doing a poo, I'd just yell out, "Hey, Sam," and he'd go, "Yeah," and I'd go, "I'm doing a poo." And he's like, "All right, I'll be there in a sec." And then he'd walk into the hallway, and then I'd grab that little poo step and I'd slide it over to him, and he'd sit on the poo step like, with his back against the wall, and we'd just have a
Yarn.
chat. And whenever it was his turn to poo,
Yeah.
he'd yell out to me, but we'd just talk about whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And I'm just trying to think of funny, innocuous things.
It's like
we
a
were
chat
talking
step.
Dude,
It was
it's
a poo
so
step and a
funny.
chat step.
about. Yeah. We just talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, the bit that I'm trying to get into, my mate Dave, who you met last night, is
Yeah.
Chinese Australian, and he's at his toilet. He had a poo step.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize it's like Asian cultures that they use it because it mimics a squat toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I came out. I was like, "Dude, you got a poo step too."
Dude, this is your new podcast, the Poo Step Podcast, dude. Just
Anyway, I'm turning that into a bit.
Yeah.
That's kind of the premise of it. But
Yeah.
it's just like shit that our family did growing up. That I'm like, no one like you think it's normal growing up, but
Yeah.
then you get out into the real world and everyone's like, no one else does that.
Yeah.
Well, so I know this is a very poo heavy
Yeah.
episode.
that's all
Yeah.
right.
Didn't realize not a lot of people do this. I wipe back to front.
Ugh, aren't your balls just fucking
No,
covered
see,
in shit?
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
It's a mud flap. Your scrot is a mud
No, you
flap.
pull it to the side.
Oh,
and
it's
wipe
too
back
much.
to
That's
front.
too many moving parts, literally, dude. You're pulling the
No,
sack
but
to
then
the
you
side.
don't have to sit up. You don't have to sit forward. You just sort of lean back.
Enough talking about this.
Oh,
Seriously.
dude. I'd stand up to wipe anyways, dude.
Yeah.
Sit down.
To me, standing up to wipe is weird.
No. Dude, fucking,
But that's how I was taught to wipe.
the Goldsteins are a proud people. We stand to wipe.
I can't. Yeah, I got to stand. I didn't stand due to like cleanliness or anything. It's more comfortable if I stand up.
Yeah.
I don't know how you
But
could sit
don't your
down and do
cheeks
it.
come together if you stand up?
Yeah, see, that's what people say about the standing. But nah, like, I got a tiny little ass, so they're not clapping.
Yeah, see,
at
I
all.
got fucking cake back there.
Yeah.
I'm caked up.
No,
How
I
do you-
got to pull like one cheek aside.
See, there's more moving parts there.
Would you
So
rather
gotta-
pull a cheek than a scrot?
Dude,
Yeah.
you just pull it to the side and just go like that, and you can see.
But then
how
your
much
taint,
is left,
it's,
and then
it's
you-
on your taint as
Nah,
well.
dude. It's
Damn,
not at
enough
all.
of this
Yeah,
talk.
you got fucking shitty gooch.
But you stop before the gooch.
Thank
The
you
gooch
for
is right there.
listening to the Phone Hacks podcast.
What do you? That's like saying, "Oh, do you wipe shit all the way up your back?" It's like, no, you stop at the.
No, but the taint is connected to the butt hole, so the proximity is such that you got a shitty
Dude,
taint.
I've got a sick technique where I've never had skid marks ever.
Yeah,
We've got to do like a zoom in on you guys talking about this with like emotional background.
Yeah,
like,
do it.
like really.
You know how Quanny talks about
yeah.
skid marks? Like everyone has. I've never had skid marks in my life, so I'm just saying.
Right.
Proof's in the.
in the pudding.
In the pudding.
But anyway, I've only met about 3 other people that wipe that way,
Yeah,
front to back.
Yeah.
back to front. Sorry.
back to front, because it doesn't make sense at all.
No, I know. Kappa, don't you fucking try and high road me, cunt.
Yeah.
Like, this
I'm
is
not high
disgusting.
roading anything. I'm like going, I don't know. I just like.
You
I
just said you
find it
molested
uncomfortable.
yourself in the shower.
Yeah, exactly. You just told me you put your finger in your asshole and you're like, oh, Ben's poo wiping too much.
Yeah, it is. Because the asshole's clean when I put the finger in it.
Oh, yeah, that's how you clean it.
Kappa, I've known you for so long. Your asshole is never clean.
Yeah, it's a mess.
That's a fucking oxymoron. Dude.
All right, well, that's the episode.
Yes.
Thank
yes.
you guys
Sorry
so
about
much
all
for
the poo
listening.
talk,
No,
guys.
No,
it's
no,
good.
no,
I still think
fine.
you're wrong. Back to front is psychotic.
I know
got good.
it's wrong, but that's how I was taught.
Weird.
Sorry,
But
guys.
man, that story you did you did the first kind of draft of it while we're recording our special, and it brought the house down. So I'm glad we got that.
Oh,
on
poo
camera.
step.
That
So-
was the
Poo step.
first. Well, I didn't even think about it. I was just like,
Yeah.
this is just something my family, this is me and my little brother did.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I said it. I got to look at the recording, but
Yeah.
Caitlin and I
think
were
it was
talking
just
about
very-
it afterwards. We're
I
like,
think it
that
was
was
just
so
a very
funny,
honest.
dude. It-
So the
yeah.
door is open. So you kick out the step, but the door remains open.
Yeah, because our family was very like, you just shit with the door open. If you walk
Man,
past,
that's
have a
crazy.
chat.
Yeah, my family were all private. Like, there's no way I could. To this day, there's no way. Sometimes, like when my partner and I go into the toilet, I close the door. Like I'm not that way.
Yeah.
I've got to like shit privately.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm a shit with the door open kind of
But
guy.
that's cool because your family are all cool and you're all real close.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the key to a good
No.
family.
The Goldsteins, you'd have to go to like a different building to shit. Yeah.
Is there a restaurant next door?
Yeah, you have to outsource.
But you live next door. The restaurantier's like, God damn it, another Goldstein coming in.
Mum, I'm 7.
At least buy a meal. I'll take a dinner roll to go. It's better than
Oh, God.
being in the same house as my parents.
Yeah.
Dude. Thank you so much for coming on, brother. Thank
Yeah.
you for coming on this special wedding episode. We're back. It's great. Make sure you tune in to the Patreon. We've got a special 2-parter debriefing Mike's wedding.
Yes.
It is all gold, all killer,
All
no
right.
filler.
Get across to the Patreon. Thanks again.
Yeah.
Anything to plug?
Thanks
Oh, yeah, sorry,
just my asshole with
Yeah.
Kappa's finger. Just go on my Instagram. I'll be posting everything up there.
All right.
Yes, I'm in Bendigo for Bendigo Comedy Festival this Thursday. Get on down there.
I have a solo show on the Gold Coast the first week of November. I think that's it for me.
Yes.
Plugs. Yeah.
That's it, that's
All
it.
right. Thank you guys. We'll talk to you on the next one.
See ya. Bye. Bye.